Hello, so welcome. I am on day 10 of my fast with no food, and I'm in a clinic in Germany at Böckinger Wilhelmi once again. And I wanted to talk to you about why the fast to me is one of the most profound things that you can do for your personal growth. So the first is that fasting is like a metaphor for the understanding that you are the source of energy itself, and that although in our day-to-day life we seek to fill ourselves with external sources of energy, whether it be food or people or friends or connection or partners or whatever it is, this striving to fill ourselves from that which is external is in a way an illusion. And when you fast, you come to realize that you are the source of energy itself, and that as a being you will survive and thrive without all that which is external. And you probably thrive more. The second thing is that fasting is the enabler for a process for the balancing of masculine and feminine energy. And what do I mean by masculine and feminine? It's that masculine is like a projectile force, and the feminine energy is the receptivity. So in the fasting process, you're like a vessel. If you consider that even in your normal existence, other than fasting, you are like a vessel, okay, like a cup. And this cup is there to hold energy, and that energy is then manifested and realized in physical form in this realm. So what is it which energy is being realized? So when people say, for example, your thoughts create your reality, it's that those thoughts are the energy that you are storing within your vessel. And so therefore those thoughts are what is realized or manifested. In the fasting process, depending on what sort of fast you do, you basically become an empty cup. And when you combine fasting with other practice, spiritual practice, such as channeling or prayer or whatever it is, that is your way of connecting to the source of everything, you then become the vessel which enables the manifestation of divinity. And so instead of the thoughts or the fears or the blockages that you had before becoming that which becomes manifested, instead what becomes manifested is divine light through you. And how does this work? Basically, if you consider that in the fast, that food as an example. So fasting, I don't mean fasting just by not eating for certain hours of the day. Fasting, I mean that you're very consciously aware of the energy of the food that you consume. And it's not only about food, it's that it's also silence, solitude, abstinence, changing your environment if that is what's necessary so that you don't have external influences, the way that you breathe. It's a comprehensive way of being. So you basically eliminate as much as possible the external influence of energy into your being. And by creating this shield of conscious awareness of this abstinence from energy which is outside of you, you then are focusing on your internal cup or vessel. And when you focus on this internal cup or vessel, you are clear on what it is that you want to fill it with. So instead of all of the stuff like your stress from work or gossip or a cheeseburger, you're conscious that you're filling this cup with divine light. And so this is why fasting is part of spiritual practice and is usually combined with a form of prayer and connection to divinity. Because you're filling the cup with divinity. Your cup, the cup that you are, is being filled with divine light. And so when this cup is then filled, it starts to create a cycle where this divine light is internally cleansing and pushing out everything in the vessel that is not of the same vibration of this divine light. So all of your fears, your blocked emotions, your overactive ego, whatever it is that you're holding in your cup, consciously or unconsciously, that is not in the vibration of divinity is also removed from the cup as a part of this cycle of cleansing. And so when you consider that basically you become this vessel of receptivity of divine light, and this divine light then recalibrates your vessel to ensure that everything that is in your vessel is of the vibration of this divine light. So to me, this is why fasting is so profound. It removes all of the blockages that you've had in your life, and it enables you to be you, the true you, the divine you, the magnificent you, and it's a beautiful process. So I will talk again in the future about the different aspects that I had mentioned, such as the breathing, solitude, silence, what sort of fasting in terms of how many hours, how long, etc. What's the influence of the food? How does sexual contact affect you in your fast, etc. Okay, thank you.